At 17, I told my family I wanted to become a game developer. I still remember the way my father's eyebrows shot up, the hush that fell over our cramped dinner table. My mother set down her fork with a clatter. My older brother snorted, half-chewed potato tumbling back onto his plate. A game developer? My father's voice was sharp, incredulous. You want to waste your life making stupid games for children? I tried to explain. I told him about the worlds I'd been building on my old laptop, about the code I'd taught myself after school. I told them how games could tell stories, change lives, but my words bounced off the walls and fell flat. My brother rolled his eyes. Oh, you're embarrassing yourself. No one in this family plays games, let alone makes them. My mother sighed, her disappointment heavy in the air. Why can't you be like your cousin Daniel? He's studying pharmacy. That's a real job. The conversation ended with laughter at my expense, and a cold silence that lasted for days. At family gatherings, my dream became the punchline. Watch out, my uncle would joke. He'll turn Thanksgiving into a video game. By the time I graduated high school, I'd learned to keep my ideas to myself. But the fire inside me only blazed hotter. I left home that summer carrying nothing but my laptop, my sketchbook, and the sharp sting of their ridicule. The next years were a grind. I lived in a shoebox apartment, ate instant noodles, spent sleepless nights wrestling with code. My first game was a disaster. No one downloaded it. The second, a little better. I learned, improved, failed again. The world outside was indifferent, but I remembered every jeer, every smirk from home. It fueled me. There were nights I doubted myself, nights when my bank account was so low, I wondered if I should just quit and find a real job. But each time, I'd think of my father's voice, "You're wasting your life," and something in me would harden. One spring, after 3 years of struggle, I released a game called Sanctuary. It was about an outcast building a world of their own, pixel by pixel against all odds. It took off. Streamers played it. Reviews poured in. People wrote me messages. Your game helped me through dark times. Suddenly, publishers were calling. I started my OE studio. My dream, once a joke, was now my reality. I moved into a sunlit apartment, hired a team, traveled to conferences. But for all the success, something inside me remained unsettled. I'd left home in anger. I'd never gone back. Then, one day, an email arrived from my mother. Your father's birthday, family dinner. We hope you'll come. I stared at the screen for a long time. The old ache returned. Memories of laughter at my expense, of dreams dismissed. But I was different now. I booked a flight. Walking up to the house, I noticed how small it seemed. The garden was overgrown, the paint peeling. I paused at the door, heart pounding, then stepped inside. The living room was crowded. Uncles, cousins, my parents, my brother. Conversations hushed as I entered. My father looked older, grayer. My mother's eyes widened. Is that? My cousin Daniel started. I stood tall, wearing a suit I'd bought with my own money, a confidence I'd built from the ground up. My father cleared his throat. It's been a while, he said. It has. Dinner was awkward. Old jokes surfaced. Made any games about us yet? But I didn't flinch. I spoke of my work, my studio, the people I'd met. My brother scoffed until I mentioned the awards, the interviews, the millions of downloads. Finally, my father set his glass down, studying me like I was someone he was meeting for the first time. So, this is real? You actually made it? I reached into my bag and pulled out a box. Inside was a collector's edition of Sanctuary, my signature embossed in gold, the artwork shimmering. I slid it across the table. He turned it over in his hands, silent. The rest of the family crowded around, reading the glowing reviews on the back. My mother's fingers trembled as she traced my name. I didn't believe you, my father admitted, voice rough. I thought you'd fail. I looked at him, not with anger, but with clarity. Maybe I needed you not to believe. Maybe that's what made me fight. The room was for the first time. I saw their doubt for what it was. Fear, habit, love twisted by worry. It no longer had power over me. Later, as I left, my mother hugged me tightly. I'm sorry, she whispered. We just wanted you to be safe. I smiled, feeling the old wounds begin to close. I had to build my own safety. As I walked away, carrying my past and my triumph, I knew I'd never need their approval again. I had forged my own world, and this time I was the hero.